YouTube, welcome back. We got another batch of game deciding brawls. I got 4 in this video. We're gonna see what's good, what's bad about them, and then we're gonna start seeing what that has to do with my rank at the moment, if that's actually a good impact or not. So with that being said, let's get right into the first one. And we just jumped into the first match, and we are playing against Heimerdinger. We had a what kind of laning phase? Even-ish, as best as you could probably ask for it to be against someone like Heimerdinger. I'm just trying to see what I can do in the. Is this a late game fight? It's a mid to late game fight. 22 minutes. It can be game deciding. I managed to get Kaiser's flash. That's pretty good to know. I do have double sums at level 15, so it's not level 16, which is the part that doesn't make me like look at it the right way. But if we could get an opportunity here, right here, and ooh, if I could flash over at that moment in time. Oh well, I'm already dying. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if this is okay. So that's actually a little bit interesting. You see, I was thinking I could flash over like maybe some type of CC that they would have like put up against me to kill the Heimerdinger. But with the damage that they were doing right there, on second thought, I think I would have just died right there. So in a sense, I'm starting to think that maybe a match like this was already doomed from the get-go if you're dying that quickly. Let me just check my items. Hullbreaker, and like you do have the damage, that is true, but you definitely don't have resistances to survive. That's like it's hard to say, but you know, maybe that does need a change in the build. That's one thing I would say. So you know what? It's not all like just the game being doomed, but maybe itemization could have been optimized. You know what I'm talking about? But that's this match. Let's go into the next match and see what happened in that one too. Okay, we're in the second match, and we were playing against, I believe, Riven. How was the lane anyway? It went well for us, yes, but because of like the presence of Akali and Kane and how much damage they were doing, which was also mixed damage, by the way, I had a couple more deaths that I had to deal with, which enabled Riven to have a little bit of time to farm more than me, which is where this CS is. I'm pretty sure they got Baron one time, but this is actually a late game team fight, which not really one of my favorites because I don't believe late game team fights are really Darius' specialty. I believe it's the 20-minute ones, the 18-minute team fights. Those are the ones where you're trying to really do something before everyone gets too like mobile and stuff like that, because I can't really catch Kane. You're gonna see, but what I can do is focus the Riven because she's actually in front of me and I get to do damage to her. I'm starting to see something that could have been better right there. For example, like I did kill the Caitlyn, I dumped all the damage, that's true, but I already saw her barrier. I could have flashed a little bit later, wait for the barrier to come off, and then when I press my W with the Sundered Sky, which is part of my item build, yes, I would have been able to kill her a lot cleaner, and it would have looked a lot better, which is one thing I wanted to actually take place in this combat situation. So there's that to actually look into. Now the fight itself, it was good, but you know, that's why I wanted it to look better, so that was my aim. So let's go to the next one. All right, we've got the third play coming up soon. We were playing against Jax, if I'm not mistaken, and it was a generally even laning phase. We were going back and forth, actually. I think we were like 2-2 or something like that, so it was going to him, to me, to him, to me. So it was actually a fun laning phase, I'm not gonna lie to you. Now their double mage setup right here, that's what they drafted, is not really looking too good for me. A lot of CC, a lot of running away, the kiting and stuff like that. I'm trying to not really deal with any of that, but I need to figure out some way to dispatch of this problem. Gotta open up for some type of maneuvers here, get a little bit more creative, or be a little attentive, because we just saw Syndra press flash, which means I have one natural instinct, and that is to flash on her, because now she can't escape. and I get a kill on the Nami, going for the kill on the Syndra, but as you can see, the CC is getting a little too much. I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to kill these two when they're way too close quarters, but it's looking a little too difficult for me to deal with. After they killed me, I just started to realize something way too late, and that is a team fight happening at 36 minutes is probably not a position I should be in the first place, because that's Darius is not like the best late game champion. He is decent and probably is better than most other bruisers, but there's still like some bruisers that are above him in terms of that. So that's the thing, because he gets kited and stuff like that. So this in terms of like something we can extract from this is the game needs to end a lot sooner. You don't want to be in a situation like this, because late game is when people have most access to CDR, or should I say ability haste, and damage, to the point where they can kill you a lot quicker than you can kill them. So I shouldn't even be in this situation, is what I was initially trying to insinuate. But with that being said, it was still decent, and we still got like the Dragon Soul, so it's a net positive, but definitely want to fix up on that. And now we go into the last match. This is not looking too good. I believe this is a team amped up by both Elder Dragon and Baron. Not a combination I want. I did beat the Riven, yeah, sure, but she's on the side she wants to be right now, so me beating her doesn't really mean anything. She has a lot of advantages right now going for her. But Jarvan actually got a beautiful engage right there. I believe that's a kill that you really want to see. Because of my items right now, I can actually press R on Alistar, and that's a reset right there. Got the... okay, it looks beautiful, right? I got the kill. I got the pentakill against an Elder and Baron amped up team. But because of like the high intense situations, I couldn't just be calm with the Xerath and auto attack him first and then press R for a clean kill right there. Instead, I just panicked, because like the adrenaline is too much for me, you know. It's always has been, and I don't know if I can fix it at this stage anyway. It's been 10 years. Like, what am I meant to do? It's just I gotta chill and be more like deliberate with my maneuvers. But damn, like we did manage to get a pentakill up against the disadvantages right there. That's true, but you know, it always could have been like, it could always looked better. You know what I mean? But damn, that was crazy. But that will be it for the plays. We got one last thing to discuss. Let's go right towards it. Okay, so overall, not too bad of a batch, I'd say. There was some things that needed to be like a little bit tweaked, but I'm pretty sure in the next batch we'll have something a lot better. In terms of ranked, I believe I'm decaying in 2 days in solo queue, so I'm gonna have to, get some matches in and retain the title once again. As for my flex queue, been struggling with flex queue. These matches have definitely not been too good. Need to be. I mean, you already saw from some of the. You saw from like the Heimerdinger match, it was not looking too good, and the Jax one as well, because me taking all that damage and allowing the game to be that late, not looking too good for me. So we already seen what needed to change. But yeah, that's a work in progress and kind of thing. But I do believe, we're gonna get the master tier on both queues. You don't have to worry about that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. We're gonna try to get the third video around Saturday. So with that being said, I hope have a nice rest of your day. Do the YouTube usuals, and peace late.